Yesterday we yesterday itself we saw about poem 3.3, The Road Not Taken. Okay, so we discussed about after SSA exams, what are your choices, and we also saw starting two stanzas of the poem. Okay, The Road Not Taken. So basically, um, very interesting poem. What we saw yesterday, that the title of the poem is Road Not Taken. Poet is Robert Frost, and this title as well as the name of the poet you have to keep in your mind because they might ask you in the exam itself. Same way, we saw about more little bit information about Robert Frost. He is an American poet, and how his writings actually they showed what a tinge of complex social and philosophical things all we saw. Okay, and it is more bent towards the rural life, okay, of New England, or say, because every life is completely different. So here he is more into what rural life. So same way, about the poem also we saw what exactly about the poem, that the poem is about the journey of life. Same way, a person, okay, a person or a human being, he is stuck between two goals means what, two options he is having, and two options both are like equally, they are both equal, they are both like we can say similar also, same way attractive also. So he want both the way to go, but at the end of the day, whether a person he likes both the options, he has to choose one only. So here also same thing happens with the poet. He is also, though he's stuck into that confusion whether to check which route or road, because both roads are similar, but he is going for the best. He goes for the best and he thinks that I should go for the best. So what he chooses the less traveled road as compared to the more traveled road. So same way, the road not taken. Now yesterday, starting two stanzas we saw. Now we are going to see the explanation of remaining two stanzas. Okay, so line by line or para by para, stanza by stanza analysis we are going to do. So here the poet says that, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Now see students, yesterday itself I told that whatever meanings or hard words you come across, hard words, now I guess this trodden, this is a hard word, okay, because we are rarely using such type of words. But what you have to do, you have to just take a pencil and you have to mark it, underline it, and same way, notebooks which have been provided to you by your school, you have to write the meanings in your notebook itself. Otherwise, any notebook you can write. Why you have to write the hard words? Because you come across new words, same way you knew the meaning. You know the meaning of these hard words so that you can make use of such hard words further. Okay, so here the meaning of trodden is walk heavily or roughly. Your walk heavily or roughly. Okay, so these all meanings, whatever hard words you are coming, you have to just go through it, learn it, keep it in your mind. So here the poet, he is saying that that morning both of them seemed equally covered with leaves that had not been blackened by the footsteps of the people. Yesterday itself, I told that sometimes, like if a playground is there, most children are playing in the playground. So the one where the children are playing or where the people are walking, that playground, that grass, it completely gets worn out sometimes. Okay, but whereas in another case, a playground is there or jungle type of thing is there where no people are moving, where no one is going, then what happens? That is not worn out. That is not worn out and that remains intact. So here also, the poet himself, he is saying that both the forest or both the roads, it is completely covered with the grass. Okay, it is completely covered with the grass because obviously the nature itself, it provides us with green leaves. So whatever leaves that is shedding down, simultaneously it comes with another new fresh leaves. So here also the poet is saying that no matter whatever nature is providing, it is providing with both the roads or the forest with equal green leaves. But the one which is like completely used by the people, okay, it is used by the people, that is that I'm not going to choose, but my thinking is different. I'm going to choose a road which is very, very less used, and is completely his choice. No one is forcing on him. So here also, he felt more attracted to it. He is more attracted to the less used road, that is the other road, because it was grassy and it did not seem much use. It is not much use and it is more grassy. Obviously, where people are walking, where people are going, so that road is not so grassy, because by walking only, all the grass, either it is uprooted, or all the grass, it will completely get disappeared by the walking itself. So here he is saying that yes, I'm attracted to the more grassy one, and it did not seem much used, though at the fork, both the roads seem equally well used. Sometimes he's saying that, yes, both the roads are same. Road is road, that it's not like that one road is very beautiful and another is not. It's not like that. Both the road are same. But one, by the people, they are walking continuously, walking. So it seems more and more worn out. Okay, but he is saying that in my eyes, both the roads are completely equal. Okay, so same way, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So that morning, like he is saying that however, he knew how one decision led to another, and he doubted if he would ever come back. Students, sometimes there are certain decisions taken by us in our life, because we human beings, we have to take some sort of decisions in our life. Any decisions, maybe they are harsh decisions, maybe they are okay, like not so harsh, simple type of decisions, but decision we have to take in our life. And because if we are not taking any prompt decision or any spontaneous decision, we will not grow. So it depends upon the poet how he is taking decision in his life. So here, same way, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Now he is saying that he says that he will be telling with a sigh that somewhere many, many years, that when two roads went in different directions in a wood, he took the one that was less traveled by. He is saying that let it be. Sometimes in a decision, now sometimes it happens that a decision we are taking, maybe now you're thinking that no, this decision is completely wrong, but after some years we will think no, this decision or that decision I took at that time, maybe that decision was completely right. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes in our life, we are taking decisions that are completely wrong, and afterwards we regret. But sometimes it happens that some days, sometimes it happens that we think, no, whatever decision was made by us at that time, that was very much like we can say, yes, we have relieved a sigh that yes, that, and we completely agreed with that decision. So same way he says that yes, let it be. But afterwards, after some years, when like after, say for example, 10, 20 years, 30 years, when I will be old, obviously now the this poet, he is a little bit young. But after some years, he says that yes, I will not regret about my decision. I'll think over it and I'll just think, yes, at that time I took the decision and it was the best of my life. Okay. So here he's saying the same, that after some years, I will say that yes, I took the one that was less traveled by, and that had made all difference in his life. Sometimes it happens, students. A decision changes our entire life. So here also the poet, he is saying same, that I took a decision that I traveled by a less traveled or less worn out road, and that had changed my life completely. That had made it complete difference. Okay, so here is a poem all about. Now, as we can say that the poet, he himself is not sorry, he is completely happy with its decision. Yes, and I guess everyone should be happy with our decision, whatever we have taken in our life. Sometimes somewhere it happens that if I would have taken this, then I would have become more happier, but it does not matter, because anyway we are human beings. Sometimes good decision happens, sometimes bad, but we cannot say that yes, all decisions I took in my life that are all worst and all bad. No, we cannot think. Sometimes if any decision, it can be a worse decision that we have taken in our life, but simultaneously same way we can say that yes, but that decision at that time I took in that situation, and currently it happens. Sometimes we take a decision in haste that may be wrong, but sometimes after thinking we can take right decision also. Like this, it depends upon our thinking. So this was the explanation a little bit. Now same way here, starting two paragraphs we saw yesterday, that forest is there, then same way leaves of the trees have turned yellow, as I told that, and from this sentence only we can make out, students, that the leaves of the trees have turned yellow means it obviously the season is autumn. And the poet, he finds what two roads are there, same way it is going in two different directions. Two ways are there completely. Two ways are there. One way is going, might be in right direction, other road is going in left direction. And the poet, he is feeling sorry that he had to choose over one of them. Okay, any one decision we have to take. Sometimes it happens now, students, like we are going in some shop for shopping purpose. Okay, and your parents, they strictly say y'all that yes, you have to choose one dress for yourself, and y'all are stuck into a confusion. Y'all are confused. Both dresses I like, both are equally nice. So I want both. Your parents strictly they are saying. They tell you all, no, you have to choose one. So such a big confusion, y'all are stuck because both are equally nice. Both are dresses. Both dresses means what you are covering your body. Both are very nice, but confusion is there. So what you all ask your parents, which one is nice. So if your parents are agreeing, yes, this one is okay, okay, I'll purchase this one, like this. So same way, he is sorry that I have to choose only one path. Now what to do? So he pondered over his options for a long time. Long time he's thinking. What should I do? What should I do? The same way he looked down for a path, okay, which is bent with the vegetation. But with the vegetation means it is completely filled with grass and all. Okay. Then he took the other part. The poet judged this road to be equally good as the other. He told that let it be, both are roads. One is, it's not like that one road is good, another is bad. No, in this case, both are the same. But he is doubtful and feels that it perhaps preferable as it seems like it hadn't been walked upon very much. Obviously, he thinks that I guess this is not, it hadn't been very much walked out, so it's still grassy, and it is not it does not look worn out, yet the poet feels that the people passing along it had worn it equally as the other. Same way he says that yes, one road is not worn out and another is completely worn out. As why? Because people are continuously walking on and they are passing by and they are now and then using that road. Okay. So same way, that morning both parts were covered with leaves. Okay, that morning means what? Where the poet he is standing, he says that the both path means what? Ways. Both ways they are completely covered with the leaves, with no human heavy steps. No heavy steps are there crushing them to the black. Obviously, if we are walking on the grass, by our weight, our body weight, the grass, it is crushing down our legs. So by crushing them daily, what happens? The grass, it disappears, it vanishes out completely. So the poet hopes that he could take the first road some other time. So he says, let it be. Now I'm taking this road now. After some days or some years, I'll take the another route or another road. Though he knows that one road leads to another farther away and that it is highly doubtful if he could ever come back. Now also he thinks about, let it be, I'll take this road. Afterwards, after some years, I might take the another road. Let it be. If I ever come to this way. Now, sometimes it happens now if we are going to some particular place, we are not sure that after some years or after some times we will return or we shall return. We are somewhat doubtful because some places are there we go only once a while in a life. Now, some places are there we are going there or visiting there frequently, but some places are there in our life that we go only once. Some, like say picnic spot, or some places are there that we never go. So he is highly doubtful, like he is thinking, he thinks that I will ever come back on this road and will walk. So he is stuck into that two confusions, we can say. So the same way the poet transports himself to the future. He transports himself to the future. He thinks about the future. Obviously, we are human being. We are more into future than living in present and past. We are completely like we don't think about past only. We only think about future. What shall happen in future? All future goals we need in our life. So here also, when he will be stating with a reflective sign that he was once in a forest, here two roads diverge. So here also he thinks that let it be after some years in future, when I will be in my future, I'll be a very happiest person and I'll think about that my decision. Obviously now students, you all are studying day and night. Okay, day and night you all are studying, you are learning, reading, everyone. Okay, and that is good also. After some years you will be very thankful to your parents also, that yes, they have taken a lot of efforts for myself and I am also studying, and at that time I studied in 9th and 10th standards, so I am very successful person over here. Like this we think, and we are proud of our decision at that time. Same way here also, the poet, he seems to say that yes, after some years or some time I will be proud of my decision. Yes, I will have a sigh of relief, and that will reflect in myself that once I was stuck in a forest, two roads were there, I selected the road which was less frequented, and it had actually made an important difference to my life. So here is the summary or explanation about the entire poem. So moving towards now, students, here are some marginal questions. Okay, some questions are there based upon this poem, or we can say some personal response type also questions are there. We'll just see now. Marginal type questions are there. Why does the poet feel sorry? Now from the summary or explanation of the poem, we saw that the poet feels sorry because he cannot travel along both the roads at the same time. As I told in the explanation itself, he feels sorry that two roads are the same, but I have to choose only one road. Same way, did the poet choose the road quickly? Now here this is personal response type of question, and any questions can come for the exam students. You have to get prepared very thoroughly. Okay, whatever lessons are there. Now today if I taught you all a particular poem or a particular chapter, same day you have to revise it. You don't have to think that afterwards I'll do and in vacation I'll do. No, same day you have to do, so that it will stay fresh in your mind. So here also, no, the poet didn't choose the road quickly. He stood for a long time at the fork before he took a decision. So here, the poet, he didn't choose, as we saw that he was thinking, he kept on thinking. He did not, or he didn't choose the road very quickly. He stood for a long time. He thought, he took his own time of thinking, and afterwards he took that decision that I'll choose this road. He did not take the decision in very haste, or that decision was not prompt. It was the decision that he thought over and over. Okay, so does the poet tell us what difference it made? No, there is no difference. Obviously, as I explained you all in the poem, that the poet said that there is no difference. Both the roads are equally same, equally importance. Both the ways or the roads, it were almost same, but they were diverged. Means one was in this way and the another was in another way. So now here another activity is there. Read the poem again, write down the rhyme scheme of every stanza separately. Now here rhyme scheme is there. Okay, so here again poem you have to read 2 times. Don't read only 2 times, 3 times you can read, 4 times you can read, 5 times you can read. So reading is most important, whether you are reading poem or whether you are reading lesson. Okay. So your rhyming scheme, we can see that in the first stanza, and every stanza rhyming scheme is completely different, student. First, your rhyming scheme is what? It is A, double B, double A, B. Then second stanza C, D, double C, then D. Third stanza is E, F, double G, F. And fourth stanza H, I, double J, K. So this is rhyme scheme, we can say. And this rhyme scheme they can ask in the exam. So all the knowledge you must or you should have. Now here also write down symbols that are used in the poem to represent the following ideas. Now see, some symbols are there, okay, that you have to write. Choice of two options. Now choice of two options means what? Two roads that are diverged. I made a rare choice. I made a rare choice means what? Obviously, I took the one less traveled by. Then equally good options, just as fair. It was tempting and needed to be tried. It was grassy and wanted wear. Some other time, another day. So these are all the symbols, and these all things you all can write in your book, or sometimes you all can write in your rough book also, no matter where you are writing, but you have to write just for your own for your own knowledge you all can write. Now same way here, rearrange the following facts in the proper order, okay, and fill it in the flow chart. Now students, in exam they might ask you all some flow charts, okay, so you have to do all the activities, same it, do all the question answers or read the lesson carefully, because they can ask you, and in worksheets also that you all are solving. So these activities might they ask you all in worksheet also. So you have to get prepared for the same. Now first one is what? He chooses the one barely traveled. Choosing the lesser used road has made a great difference. He observed one as far as he could. The traveler came to a fork in the road. Then he planned to travel along the previous one some other time. So you have to rearrange all these things one by one. Now, here is the answer. First one, the traveler came to a fork in the road. Obviously, first what happened? Now rearrange the following facts. Rearrange the following facts means what? All the sentences in the above. Here above you can see in the above they have given in a jumbled way, and you have to write it in a proper sequence. Which sequence might happened previously, so that you have to write. Now the traveler came to a fork in the road. Obviously the traveler, he came in the middle of the road, he stood in the middle of the road. Then second one, he observed one as far as he could. Both, obviously he came, then he stood in the middle of the road. He observed as far as he could. Both, he was completely observing. He made a very keen observation, and afterwards he chooses the one barely traveled. Then he chooses, yes, afterwards he chooses the one that is barely traveled, means very rarely traveled, okay. Then choosing the lesser used road has made a great difference. Obviously he thought that yes, the lesser used road, it has made a great difference in my life. Then last one is what? He planned to travel along the previous one some other day. Afterwards, he made that in his mind that whatever is there, Afterwards, I'll come and I shall or I will travel by the other road in other time itself. Now think and write in your own words. All these activities you have to think. Now, in which season does a green wood turn to a yellow wood? Which stage in our life can be compared to that season? Now here, obviously, as I told that green, when green wood turns to yellow wood, wood means what? That here wood means green leaves. So in which season? Obviously in the season of autumn, all the green leaves that goes change into yellow leaves, and afterwards that yellow leaves it completely gets shedded off, and after sometimes new leaves comes. So here the season is autumn, and that is a middle age. Middle age means we can say like in the 40s, 45s or 40s or 50s. That is our middle age. Then why did the traveler choose a road less traveled? What attribute of the traveler does it bring out? Now he says that it seems just as good as the other one, and he felt it needed to be used. He is adventurous. From that only you can make that this person is adventurous. He doesn't want to follow others. Sometimes some people are there that they want to take their decision on their own. What people, what their above surrounding people, what they are doing, they are not interested in them, but they want to set up their own identity. Okay, they want to do something they are on their own. So here also this person is adventurous and he doesn't want to follow others. He want to be in his self only. So why does the traveler doubt that he shall ever come back? Because he will be busy to follow others. Okay, so he thinks that shall I come ever back? He is doubting. Sometimes we take some decision, but sometimes we follow other people also. Okay, so here also same thing happens with the poet. If you were in the traveler's place, which road would you choose? Justify your choice. So here also a personal response type question is there. So here you have to write on your own. So I would choose less traveled road as I like adventure and I explore the unknown path like the poet had done, because challenges are something that helps us judge our capabilities. Now, unless and until in our life we don't take any decision, we cannot we will not be aware of our inbuilt qualities, whatever qualities we are having actually in ourselves, whatever inborn talent or anything. So we will not be aware of such qualities. So here this we have to write on your own. Now this is very important. This is what critical appreciation of the poem. Okay, so here critical appreciation of the poem. What are the tips for writing a critical appreciation of the poem? Appreciation of the poem, they do ask in exams. So this is very much important. So how you have to write the appreciation of the poem? How is the marking scheme? Okay, so here write it in the following way and in the paragraphs. Now see students, they can ask you in the both ways. Either they can tell you all to write in paragraphs, same way they can tell you all to write point wise. So whatever they are asking in your question paper itself, that way you have to write. Now first one is what? Name of the poem and a poet. So obviously I told you all what is the name of the poem, that you have to keep in mind. Poet name is very important. Okay, poet name is also very important. That also you have to keep in mind. And for that you will be getting 1 full mark. So these 1 marks student, it is very important. So all these things you need to do very deep study. Just what only title of the poem and the name of the poet. You just have to keep it in your mind. And for that, you are getting 1 mark. So why we should leave our 1 mark? That you have to think. Then point out the poem's rhyme scheme. I guess I have explained you all the rhyme scheme. So that rhyme scheme also you have to write. And for that, you are getting 1 full mark. Just for writing a rhyme scheme. But students, make sure whenever you are writing the paper, you have to pay proper attention in writing spellings. Because I know that y'all are talented, y'all are studying very hard, but sometimes it happens with spelling mistake. So you shouldn't do the spelling mistakes, okay? So same way, third one is what the figure of speech and the tone of the poem. Grammar part, in grammar part, figures of speech are there. So that also you have to do properly, thoroughly. Then write central idea of the poem in brief. So whatever explanation is there, whatever I explain you all, whatever your teacher explains you all, that you have to fit in your mind. For that, you are getting 2 marks. Okay, whatever central idea is there, around 4 to 6 sentences you all can write, or might more also sentences you all can write. That sentences should be valid. Sometimes your own also you all can write, but that should match. Okay, so whatever contents they are asking, that you have to fulfill. For that, you will get entire full 5 marks. So 5 marks for the critical appreciation of the poem. You have to write it in a very proper way. Then conclude the appreciation of the poem with the message it conveys. That also message you have to write. You can write, why do you like the poem? What? Because every poem, I guess, it gives some sort of message to us. So these things you have to write it. Okay, so whatever you are writing, for that writing, you will get complete marks. But make sure you are writing it in a proper way. So this is critical appreciation of the poem marking scheme. Then now critical appreciation of the poem. So this is very much important. So the road not taken, this is critical appreciation. Now see how in a proper way they have written. This is in a paragraph form. If your teacher or if in examination they are asking in point wise, you all can write point wise also. You all can actually write it in a like 1-2 points you all can make, and you all can write, but the content is same. Content is almost the same. Now here is what The Road Not Taken is a famous and a beautiful poem written by Robert Frost. Now here the name of the poem also comes. Same way the poet's name also comes. Then the poem is about the journey of the life and what he decides when he is at the crossroads. So as I explained you all, that this is actually the journey of the life and the decision made by the poet. Okay, when he's at the crossroads. Crossroads means he's obviously he's standing on the roads and the 2 roads are completely crossed off. So that is called as crossroads. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, double A, B. So rhyme scheme, whatever is there, you all have to write. And see students, how they have underlined. Like this, you have to underline. But with that pen only, which you are using for writing the paper. Otherwise, what you all do, you all write the paper with a blue and nicely you all mark with that colorful pen. No. You don't have to make use of any colorful pen. Whatever you are writing with a blue pen, that only you have to underline it. Okay, but not whole paper you have to make design and all. Just main words, just you have to underline it. That should look nice. Then the rhyme scheme, as I told, it is A, B, double A, B. Figure of speech. Now see students, figures of speech and all, they might you ask in the exams. So whatever figures of speech up till you have done, that you have to remember or recall. Now your figure of speech is what alliteration is used in the poem for musical effect. Okay, so if you see alliteration is used, then same way repetition and inversion are also seen in the poem. So all these figures of speech, wherever you are coming across the figures of the speech, not only in this poem, other poem also, that also you have to pay proper attention and write down whatever figures of speech you all are coming across. Then comes the second paragraph, that is a central idea. We can say what exactly is the central idea. So the poem reflects on how the poet made all the difference by choosing a road which was less traveled. Obviously, whole poem we are seeing that only, that the poet he is seeing that or he is choosing a road which is actually a very less traveled, and this is a symbolic poem. This is actually what a symbolic poem, in which the image of two roads means the availability of two options and taking the less traveled road, standing for opting a rare path. So the poem, it reflects that the poet actually what he made by a difference. He is making a difference by choosing a road. Okay, obviously, whole explanation we saw, and now and then I was explaining you all that he is choosing a road that is very less traveled, and somehow it is a symbolic poem. Okay, so in which the image of the two roads, your image of the two roads, it's not just road that he's standing in the middle, and it's not just road, but it are the two options, and he is taking the less traveled road, standing for a very rare path. Then same way the poem is about a journey of life. Obviously it is a journey of life, and that poet decides when he is at the crossroads. He tells us about a time that he came across two roads that diverged in a wood. He knew that he could not travel both, so he took the road which was well traveled as the other. So it made a difference in his life. So here is actually the central idea of the poem, that is upon, means the whole poem is based upon this only. So this critical appreciation, you have to keep it in your mind. Okay, how it is written, that only way you have to write, and it carries full 5 marks. So last is, I like the poem. It makes me think of my actions when I am faced with various options. So here, this is our own thinking. Why you like this poem? Okay, why do you like this poem? Because it is making think of my actions when I am faced with various options. Sometimes it happens now, lot of options are there in our life, lot of varieties are there. All varieties are very nice, all varieties are equal important in our life, but we have to choose one only option. Okay, so here also the poet, he thinks about the same. So I guess this was a critical appreciation of the poem which I have explained you all. Okay, so make sure that you are doing it. So last but not the least, we have completed this poem, The Road Not Taken. I hope you have understood the poem. So I'm not going to leave you all like that. Only you have to complete your homework. And your homework for today is you have to write critical appreciation of the poem. Now, yesterday I gave you all one homework that you have to read 4 to 5 times. Okay. Today another homework is there that you have to write down the critical appreciation of the poem. In the very next lecture, I'll be asking all students that whether you have completed your homework or not. I hope you will all say that yes, teacher, we have completed our homework. So that homework you have to do. Okay, students. So thank you so much. Hello, ma'am.